Have you ever wondered, is there really one best way to teach English? Why do teaching methods keep changing over time? And what should teachers do when those methods don't work in real classrooms? Today, we will explore the journey from method to post-method in English language teaching. English language teaching has gone through several important stages. Each method was developed, not randomly, but as a response to the weaknesses of earlier methods. Starting from grammar translation, to direct method, then audio-lingual method, followed by communicative language teaching, and finally, post-method, because in reality, no method is ever perfect. But first, what exactly is a method? A method is a structured way of teaching language. It is based on ideas about what language is, how people learn it, and how teachers should teach it in the classroom. In other words, a method tries to guide everything a teacher does. In the methods era, teaching was controlled by fixed methods. Teachers followed specific rules, and each method had its own procedures. At that time, people believed that there was one best method for teaching. But the question is, can one method really work for every classroom? Let's start with the grammar translation method. This method focuses on grammar rules and vocabulary. Language is treated more as a written system than a tool for communication. Students usually translate sentences, word by word, and memorize grammar rules. But here's the problem, they may understand grammar, but they cannot actually speak the language. To solve that problem, the direct method was introduced. This method tries to teach language naturally, just like how we learn our first language. There is no translation, students learn by listening and speaking directly. However, this method is difficult to apply, especially in large classrooms or limited conditions. Next, the audio-lingual method. This method is based on behaviorism, where learning is seen as habit formation. Students repeat sentences again and again, until they become automatic. But the weakness is clear, students may speak correctly, but they often don't understand the meaning deeply. Then came communicative language teaching. This approach focuses on communication, not just correctness. Students practice real-life situations, like ordering food or having conversations. It helps students become more fluent. But still, it does not always work in every context.
Over time, researchers began to realize something important. No single method works in all situations. Every classroom is different, students are different, and teaching conditions are always changing. This means, methods are often too rigid for real-life teaching. So, the idea of one best method was finally rejected. Teaching began to move beyond methods. This shift is known as the post-method condition. Post-method is not a new method, it is a new way of thinking about teaching. Instead of following fixed rules, teachers make decisions based on the situation. Teaching becomes flexible and more responsive to students' needs. This new perspective is based on three important principles. First, particularity. Every classroom is unique. Second, practicality. Teachers learn from their own teaching experience. And third, possibility. Teaching should empower students, not just academically, but also socially. This also changes the role of the teacher. In the methods era, teachers simply followed the method. But in the post-method era, teachers think, reflect, and make decisions. They become active professionals, not just followers.
So what's the difference? Methods era is fixed, while post-method is flexible. Methods focus on theory, while post-method connects theory with real practice. And most importantly, teachers now have more freedom to adapt. In the end, teaching has changed significantly. From focusing on methods, to focusing on learners and context. From rigid systems, to adaptive and meaningful teaching. In my opinion, post-method pedagogy is more effective, because it reflects the real conditions of teaching. Every classroom is different, and students have different needs. So, teachers need to be flexible, creative, and able to make decisions based on the situation. To conclude, the evolution from method to post-method shows that teaching is not about following one perfect method. It is about understanding learners, adapting to context, and making thoughtful decisions. Because in the end, effective teaching is not fixed, it evolves.